Good afternoon, ladies. It's Wednesday, I think. Yes, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday today, day 3 of our mental health exploration. Let me know what you're thinking of the other two. It'd be great to hear from you if you're finding these helpful at all. I've actually created a unit specifically for these little hacks. If you haven't seen the units, go up, have a look at the units, see what's in there. There's a lot of resources and free information in the units for you. I'm adding these sections, these videos to the units, mental health hacks. So today I'm going to be doing it around sleep. Sleep. How do we sleep? How do you all sleep? It has been found during research, which it doesn't come as any surprise to you, that lack of sleep is not terribly good for our mental health and well-being, cellular regeneration, bone regeneration, any of that stuff. There was a study done by a guy called Professor Matthew Walker, who did a study on rats and deprived them of REM sleep. That's rapid eye movement sleep. And they died quicker than not having any food. That is how important sleep is to us. So if that gets disrupted, what a lot of us can do, and I think I'm not sure if this has been more prevalent because of COVID and routines being disrupted, but certainly I know this from talking to women that they do these things if their sleep gets disrupted. They might drink alcohol, you might drink alcohol, you might eat more food, especially when we're tired. We tend to crave carbohydrates and sugary foods. Some of us smoke weed and some of us binge watch the TV or stay on our phones. And of course, all of these things disrupt our sleep a little bit more than it was potentially already disrupted. The other thing to bear in mind at the moment is that it's coming into winter. We're coming into our very short days. And what this means is that our melatonin, which is the natural hormone that's produced to help us sleep, comes along a little bit earlier in our body. So go to bed earlier is a good thing, but most of us don't do that. Most of us stay up and watch TV. The other thing about winter is that because we're not seeing the sun as much as, say, in the summer, our immune system's slightly weaker. So this can also mean that we need more sleep. So really, if you think about us from a survival point of view, we'd kind of wake up when the sun came out and go to sleep when the sun went to bed. So at the moment in the winter, it's quite natural to want to kind of cozy up, go to bed earlier. Don't feel bad, guys, if you want to go to bed early. I tend to go to bed around 9 o'clock and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm like a party animal till 9. So what we can do to help our sleep is get as much daylight as you can at the moment. So as I said yesterday, get out into the light, get outside, go for a walk, sit in your garden, do things where you're safe, but just get outside as much as you can. Get that daylight in you, get the vitamin D from the sunshine. If there is any sunshine, and even if there isn't, just getting outside, you'll get some vitamin D anyway, and you can take vitamin D as a supplement, which is, I'm glad that's you, Valerie. I'm not the only rock and roll chick who's in bed, lights out by 9. It's funny, I was talking to someone earlier who was like, I really wanted to go to bed, but I watched I'm a Celeb. It starts at 9. I'm like, just no way, that's not for me. I'm not going to do that. Anyway, so what else can we do? So we can get outside as much as we can whilst it's light. Get some vitamin D supplements if you can, because most of us are deficient, and vitamin D is brilliant, especially for women of a certain age like me, those who are perimenopausal. Another thing we can do, number 3, which I've got, is water, which I know I've already said. Let's increase that water. Increase your water intake. And I think I also said yesterday, take a cold shower. Now, that encourages our breathing, that encourages us to calm down, breathe, activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So ice cold showers, I know I said that yesterday, didn't get any response, so I'm saying it again. What else can we do? We can make our room cozy and zen and relaxing. And this is one I think that certainly for myself, when my room's nice, it just makes me kind of want to go in a bit more. But when I'm feeling chaotic in my mind, my clothes are everywhere and it's just a mess. I've got my floor robe. I'm well known for my floor robe. But if it's clean and tidy and I feel just a bit more at peace with it, that's actually a good thing for us. Another thing that I do, that I don't know if any of you use essential oils, but I use lavender in my diffuser. And I've got these little tablets. They're called Serenity Tablets, and they're a supplement to help me sleep. If anyone wants any information about these or lavender essential oils, just message me, because I can do that I have a separate group for that. But what I'll do with the lavender essential oil is I'll put a tiny bit on my feet, a tiny bit on my pillow, a tiny bit in the diffuser, and take the supplement, and that I find that really helpful. Another thing that we can do, if you have the time, if you can make the time, is to just set aside maybe 10-15 minutes just to do some yin yoga before you go to bed. I mean, ideally, in an ideal world, if you have the time to like put an hour aside, I know it's difficult for some people, but even 10 minutes, so 10 minutes yin yoga, 10 minutes putting the phone away, everything away, and just lying in your bed, do the lavender. But yin yoga, it again activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest, which will help kind of, get that cortisol out of the system, get the melatonin up, and just get us into a place of zen, which is what we want for sleep. Number 7, and my final point about sleep, is magnesium. Now, I don't know if you take magnesium, let me know if you do. Magnesium is an amazing little mineral that most of us in this country are probably deficient in. It interacts with our neurotransmitters, which can affect our mood and depression and anxiety, things like that. But it calms down our nervous system. Now, what I would recommend is that you get it from your diet. So leafy greens, nuts and seeds, things like that, as much as you can, as much green as you can. But I put this in my water. Oh, brilliant, Nikki. Good. Well, I would hope so, because I work with you. So, yay. So I take this, I get it from Amazon. It's called Mega Mag. And I put that in my water and increase the dose at night. But if you're going to look for something, magnesium citrate is one thing that I'd recommend, and something called ZMA, which is magnesium with zinc and vitamin B12. Yeah, so obviously, Gemma, if you're doing all that and still got awful insomnia, I mean, I don't know I know you're going through grief. When I was going through grief, I did not sleep at all. I was going to probably talk about grief tomorrow, because it's my brother's birthday tomorrow, so it will be something that will be kind of on my mind. And in terms of mental health hack, I thought it might be a nice thing to do. But just to say, in grief, sleep's one of those things that can elude us, but it will go. It will go. It will get easier, I promise. But let me know if that was something that was happening before you had the grief. And of course, you are special. We're all special, but you are very special. What else was I going to say? I think that was it. So yeah, daylight, vitamin D, water. Have you taken the cold shower, Gemma? Cozy bedroom, lavender essential oil, if you've got it, on your feet, on your pillow, in your diffuser. Yin yoga is a lovely thing to do, and there's lots of free stuff online. And magnesium. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know what you think. Let me see what Valerie has says. I can get to sleep. It's staying asleep. I'm a restless sleeper, restless legs and fibromyalgia. Okay, Valerie, that is, yeah, magnesium, I would say absolutely. If you're not using magnesium, definitely magnesium is also brilliant for pain relief, but that's potentially a conversation that you and I can have separate to this. We do a lot of this stuff in the circle group. If you're interested in coming in there, I do a lot more of these, and I've got huge amounts of information about supplements, about hormonal health for women, and just loads of stuff. So Gemma and Nikki are both circle ladies if you want to talk to them about it. And it's lovely to have you here. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you for watching. Let me know if that's helpful, and what you're doing already, or anything that I haven't mentioned that you find helpful. And yeah, Gemma, I'm going to say more time in the cold shower. No, don't do that. We'll talk about that another time. Ciao.